Good evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to teach you a very important topic again, and that is subordinating conjunctions. So, if you can recall, in the previous class, I had taught you what conjunctions are. Conjunctions are small and simple words or phrases that connect or combine sentences or phrases or words. Okay. And just to revise the same, let me come back to the types of conjunctions. So there are three main types of conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, which we've already studied. They combine equals, correlative conjunctions, which I will do later on, and subordinating conjunctions, which I'm going to teach you all today. And I'm sure that by the end of this class, you would have understood properly what is a subordinating conjunction. Okay, so what is a subordinating conjunction? They are words that combine two clauses. One of them is a main clause and the other one is a subordinate clause. Okay. A main clause is something like a simple sentence. It has got a subject as well as a verb. So look at this image. Here I have two clauses standing. One is an independent clause, the other is a subordinate clause. And then a subordinating conjunctions come and asks them, can I join you? Do you like this cartoon, children? Yes. Let me give you an example. Let's have a look. Arihan will read the sentence. Read this.
Okay. While she slept, Lucy snored.
Here, which one is the main clause, Arihan? The one in red. Please read it.
Okay. Lucy snored.
Now, is this a sentence complete in itself? Katyayani, is it a sentence complete in itself? Lucy snored. She walked. Tom ran. Yes, they are sentences that are complete in themselves. They have a noun and they have a verb. Now, let's look at this phrase. She slept. Is it a phrase that is complete in itself? No, it's just a phrase. It is not a sentence. And it is not complete in itself. So to make any sense, it needs to depend upon something else. So I make use of the word while to connect she slept with Lucy snored. So I can write the sentence in these two different ways. Lucy snored while she slept, and while she slept, Lucy snored. So this sentence can be made in these two different ways. Did you understand? Yes, it is not necessary that it has to come after the main clause. It can come before the main clause as well. Did you understand at least 10% of what I explained to you, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So I'm sure that by the end of this class, we would have understood everything. Okay, let's have a look at this sentence. I went to the zoo and I saw a giraffe. So this is an independent clause, right? There are in fact two independent clauses because it's connected with the coordinating conjunction and. So they can both stand on their own. But it is not the case with a subordinating conjunction. Can you make out some of the words that are there in this image? Yes. Can you find at least 5 conjunctions from this picture? Quickly. Yes. Let me see who tells
As
me 5.
soon as, since, as long as.
All right. That's 3. So instead of, in order to, when, while, once, they're all examples of subordinating conjunctions. So the definition of this conjunction is a word or a phrase that links a dependent clause with an independent clause. Okay, it can have either a cause and effect relationship or something related to time and place or something else, which I will teach you a little later. Let us understand how subordinating conjunctions are used. They combine an independent clause with a dependent clause. I'm going to take quite some time to explain this to you children. Okay. And does anybody know anything about complex sentences and compound sentences? Pritham, do you know? Okay, never mind. I'll explain it to you. Okay, Kritham, can you read this sentence? As Sarah studied hard. Please read.
Sarah studied hard. She got good grades.
Which one is the independent clause? Please read that
She got
clause.
good grades.
Very good. And which one is the dependent clause?
Sarah studied hard.
Yes, and it is combined by the conjunction as. So, Sarah got good grades. This is the sentence, right? She
Yes,
studied
ma'am.
hard. As Sarah studied hard, or since Sarah studied hard, or Sarah got good grades because she studied hard. Okay, so this is the way in which we are combining some more information, adding some more information to the sentence which we already had. Let's look at some more examples. We went to the market. We were out of sugar. So how do you join these two sentences? We went to the market since we were out of sugar. Right? You can even use the word because here. Understood? Are you following this, children? Let's look at another example. Before you put the cookies in the oven, be sure that you have preheated it. So be sure you have preheated the oven before you put the cookies in it. So the coordinating conjunction before, this is the conjunction of time. It expresses time. And it can either be placed before the independent clause or after the independent clause. Okay. So this is how it goes. Now, let me show you something else. Here you go. This is the difference between coordinating conjunctions, children, and subordinating conjunctions. Let's have a look. Coordinating conjunctions join two independent clauses and form a compound sentence. This, if you don't remember this, doesn't matter. It's just that I'm introducing the concept to you, okay? Subordinating conjunctions are used to create complex sentences since they join a dependent clause to an independent clause. So, children, if you understand properly, you know, the coordinating and the subordinating conjunctions, it will be easy for you to understand the next topic, that is complex sentences and compound sentences. Okay, I'm just introducing this topic to you. All right. Let's look at some examples of coordinating conjunctions. These are the conjunctions. Katyayani, read some.
After, although, as if, as long as much as soon as though, because, before, by the time, even if, even though, if, in case, in order that, in the event.
So these are some of the words and phrases that are used as subordinating conjunctions. There are a lot more, children. See how many there are. Now, you might be wondering why we use subordinating conjunctions. Okay, we make use of them to express the result of or the cause of the action. Okay, let's look at this example. John studied hard for the maths exam. Full stop. He got an A. Krita, read the combined sentence.
Ma'am. John studied hard for the math exam, therefore he got an A.
Right. So it's actually one sentence, not two. Okay. So subordinating conjunction is a word or a phrase used to connect a main clause or independent clause to a dependent clause. Okay. Now the next question that you might have in your mind is that where are these subordinating conjunctions placed? Let's see. Are they placed in the middle of the sentence? Rehan, please read this.
Okay. When you use the conjunction
No,
to
I
connect,
was very hungry, so I ate a sandwich.
Okay. I was very hungry, so I ate a sandwich.
All right, now you will tell me which one do you think is the main clause or the simple sentence on which the rest of it is dependent?
A sandwich.
No. Why did
Then
you eat the sandwich? I was very hungry. I was very hungry.
Okay.
Is it a sentence complete in itself? Yes, it is.
yeah,
You won't eat a sandwich if you're not hungry, no? So I ate a
yes,
sandwich. So I ate the sandwich. This conjunction comes in the middle of a sentence. Okay, but it's not necessary. You can use it either at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. Okay, in some rare cases also at the end of the sentence. Okay, who wants to read now? Sai, where are you? Sai will read.
You can put the dependent clause at the start or at the end of the sentence. While I was in the college, my younger sister was in high school. My younger sister was in high school while I was in college.
Did you
However,
understand? Now, my younger sister was in high school. I was in college. So these are the two clauses, right? Now, the one before which the conjunction is placed is the dependent clause. Okay. And the one which is the other one which is standing on its own is called the main clause or the independent clause. Are you understanding 20%, children? How many of you are understanding 20%? 20%? Yes? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
As we progress, you'll understand more. All right, Katyayani, read the sentence.
Whenever I'm in Delhi, I always meet my friends.
All right. So which one is the conjunction here?
Whenever.
Whenever. Okay. So which one do you think is the main clause?
Always.
No, main clause is the whole sentence. Now, the conjunction is always placed before the dependent clause. Okay, so the one before which the conjunction is not placed is the independent clause. Is it making things easier for you to understand? Yeah. Now, children,
Yes.
the point is that there are various reasons because of which we use subordinating conjunction. Yeah. And various reasons because of which we classify them into different types. Okay. Because some of them express time, some express place, some express reason. So because of the relationship between the two clauses, which I've tried to explain to you, okay, because of that, they are classified into categories like this. Can you read anything from this picture? Anything? Any word? There are different types of conjunctions, children. Okay. I'm going to cover up most of them in the class today. Subordinating conjunctions of cause or reason. So Kritha will read this slide. Kritha, please read it.
Which one?
This picture, this slide.
You can use subordinate conjunctions in sentences related to cause/reason.
Read the top portion also, please.
Some subordinating conjunctions show cause/reason as, because, since, whereas.
Do you know this word? Because. Can anybody make a sentence using because?
I ate a ice cream because I was feeling hungry to eat it.
All right. I ate an ice cream because I was feeling hungry. Okay. So because, what is the word because doing here? Because is giving us a cause, right? Now,
Because it's
as he could not come to office as he was unwell. Let's look at this cartoon. Do you see two children going to school? Look at this. Who's going to read this? What is this boy saying?
Mommy,
Okay, Katyayani, what is this boy saying?
I will go walking since the school is nearby.
Now you tell me, which one do you think is the independent clause? Okay, which one do you think is the conjunction?
Since.
Good. So the conjunction is placed before the dependent clause. So which one do you think is the main clause?
I will go walking.
Good. That's what. Following, at least now, are you understanding 30 to 40% of what I'm teaching? Say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. All right. Now we read, I will go walking to school since the school is nearby. Now look at this. Read the same sentence, but it's in different way. Read.
Since the school is nearby, I will go walking.
Is there some difference between this one and this one? I will
Yes.
go walking since the school is nearby. Since the school is nearby, I will go walking. Do you think one sentence is correct and the other one is wrong? What is the problem? They are both correct.
No, ma'am, both are correct.
They are both correct. So I made a lot of effort to make you all understand that this conjunction can either be placed in the middle of a sentence or it can even come at the beginning of the sentence, right? Let's look at some more examples. The event, so as, since, and because, they are the three conjunctions of cause. Okay, why? They answer the question why. Why did Sai eat the ice cream? Because he was feeling very hungry. Okay, right. Katyayani, read this.
The event was very successful as you all worked very hard.
Okay, read this.
We played badminton in the morning as we had nothing else to do.
Where is Kushagra? Read. Okay, you
I
read.
love Rahul's work because he uses paints so brilliantly.
All right, next one.
The event was successful because you all worked very hard.
So we are making use of because and as. Most of the time we don't begin the sentence with because, okay? But we can begin a sentence with since or as. It's in some cases, rarely we can make use of because in the beginning also. But that's very seldom, okay? Not often. Read this.
Since you are saying this, I will believe it.
Okay.
Revati has painted since she was a little girl.
All right. Now to understand this a little better, I have brought this for you. Okay, so these are the three conjunctions of cause or reason, right? Because, since, as. So let's see. I have to go a supermarket 2 miles away to get a grocery. What is the cause? Our local shop has closed. That's why I have to go. Okay. Can we combine these sentences? I don't buy the paper every morning anymore because our local shop has closed. Or, since our local shop is closed. Or, as our local shop has closed. Or, now that our local shop has closed. So many times we can use one for another, but not always. Okay. Let's read this. Pritha, would you like to read?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the next type of conjunction. It is called the conjunction of contrast or concession. Have you heard this word? Though. Though he was poor, he was honest. Even though he is poor, he is honest. Although he is poor, he is honest. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, Prithav is going to read. Yes, Prithav, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Technically,
Technology is...
technology is essential. It causes unemployment. You can classify.
So how will you combine this using any one of these which are there on the board?
Technology is essential, but it causes, although it causes employment.
Okay, so you can say although or even though technology is essential, it causes unemployment. So we are
Yes.
looking at two things which are similar, almost opposite. You know, two things that are almost opposite to each other.
Yes.
Okay, that so or they are representing a contrast. All right. So what is the meaning of a concession or a contrast? Let's have a look. Okay, Krithav, you can read this one also. Although he is small.
Although he is small, he is very strong.
Okay, read the rest.
We can see that the main independent cause shows the unexpected outcome.
So unexpected means it is illustrating a contrast. You don't expect him to be strong because he's very small. Okay, but he's still strong. So that is something unexpected. Hence, it is showing concession. You want to read this one? Does it make you feel happy to see so many clouds? Yes, Pritha.
Yes, but even though it was raining, we had a lot of fun.
Okay, so this is, do you think there is a contrast in the sentence? That when it's raining, you can't do anything, isn't it? You become helpless. But here, there is a contrast that we had fun, even though it was raining. So this is an example of a concession. Children, are you writing the types of conjunctions at least? Yes or no? You should make a note of that. Read this. Sometimes
you can interchange the conjunctions although, though, or in spite of, as they have the same meaning.
okay. Let's read this example. Although he is rich, he's very humble. In this, which one do you think is the main clause? Pritha? Which is the main clause in this?
Then he is humble.
Very good. He is very humble. And which one is the dependent clause?
Although he is rich.
Now let's have a look at another one. So this is what I was explaining to you, that we can use although, we can use though also. Read this. Same
That was very-
sentence, same sentence. This is the same sentence with a
Though
different
he is
conjunction.
rich, he is very humble.
So I can use though also. Look at this one now. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am. In spite of being rich, he is very humble.
So can you see that I can change the conjunctions also, but they still mean the same thing. So where are they placed? Are they placed at the beginning or the middle or the end? Please read. Read.
They continued studying even though it was getting dark. Subordinate conjunction in the middle of the sentence is so.
So they can be
Concession-
used in the middle of a sentence.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
correct. Then let's look at this example. Read
Even
this.
though it was getting dark, they continued studying.
So
Uh,
it is used
now-
at the beginning or the start of
Yes.
the sentence. So that's something you need to really understand. Where is Arihan?
I'm here.
Read the slide.
Okay. Though Sam was sick, he came to work.
So, did you understand
Uh,
the conjunction there?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the conjunction? Tell me.
Though.
Though means it is expressing what? A contrast.
That like even though he was sick, he came to work.
Yes. So, even though he was sick, he came for work. So, let's look at the next one. Read this one, Arihan. Where is Sai? After that, Sai will read. Yes, Arihan. Yes, Arihan, read. James is
Okay.
coming to the party. Read.
James is coming to the party. He hates parties though.
So in some rare
Uh,
cases, conjunctions end a sentence. So in this one, the word though is the conjunction and it is placed at the end of the sentence. It's rare,
Yes.
but still there is the possibility is there. So children, I've explained to you the placement of conjunctions and I'm teaching you different types of conjunctions. I've taught you reason and now I am on contrast or concession. Though sick, Sam came to work is another way of putting the same sentence. Okay. We also make use of other words such as while and whereas for expressing contrast. Let's have a look at some of the examples. Who wants to read this one?
Me.
Ma'am, can I read?
Sai's turn. I had already said that Sai will read. Yes, Sai.
Whereas John is tall and thin, James is short and fat.
Fat. So which one is the main clause?
What is the
Subordinating conjunction is placed at the beginning of a sentence. So
What
we are
is
here we are just expressing a contrast. Okay. All right. Let's have a look.
What is a main clause?
Let's have a look at the sentence. Wait. I'll just explain. Read this. James is short and fat, whereas John is tall and thin. Because they are comparatives, they are similar in sentence structure. Okay. There's a comparison. Let's read. You want to read some more examples, children? Come on, tell me. Yes, Krita?
Yes, ma'am.
Katyayani wants to read. Okay, Katyayani read.
My brother worked really hard while I didn't make much of an effort. It happened while I was away.
Pritham, you want to read?
Okay, ma'am. I can't stand watching tennis, whereas I love watching basketball.
Read the next.
Adrian is tall and blonde, whereas his brother is short and has dark hair.
Yes. Let's have a look at some more examples. Who wants to read? Say you want to read?
Yes,
Atharva?
ma'am.
Atharva is unwell today. Okay. Read. Say will read.
I went to that restaurant, although I was told it wasn't very good. Although the kitchen is small, it is very designed.
Well
All
designed.
they gave her best treatment. They couldn't not save her. We went out, although it was snowing.
All right. You want to read some more, say? Okay. Read this. Read. Children, read. The more examples you read, the more you will understand it. Okay?
Though
Easily.
expensive, the watch was very good. Though he worked hard, he couldn't win the first prize. Though he was ill, he attended the meeting. Even though I am quite small, I can swim well. I went to the
Yes.
restaurant, even though I was told it wasn't good.
Okay. Restaurant. That's how you pronounce it. Okay. So, children, in all these sentences, there is some kind of a contrast. Here, I am small, but I can swim well, right? Though expensive, the watch was very good. Okay, so some contrast is there. Now, we are coming to the next subordinating conjunction, the third one for the day, and that is comparison. Children, are you following what you are learning or no?
And we are following.
Pritha will read.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Pritha read.
Are used to link two ideas that are considered to be similar.
Louder, louder.
Comparison conjunctions are used to link two ideas that are considered to be similar. Subordinating conjunctions can express comparison in a sentence.
Okay, so how do you make sentences which express some kind of comparison? Yeah, it is similar to concession, but it's not exactly the same. There, a contrast is being presented, and here a comparison is being presented. Let's look at this. Amazing. When you learn adjectives, you learn this. Okay. Who will explain this slide? I want somebody to volunteer. Who will explain the slide to me? Okay. Katyayani will explain. Please read, Katyayani.
Come, let's see few examples to know the use of subordinate conjunction in sentence.
Go ahead. He is cleverer than I am. Yes?
He is cleverer than I am.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see some more examples now. Now, than here is used to link the dependent clause with the main clause. Let's have a look at this one. She was uncertain whether to buy it or not. Which one is the conjunction here?
Whether.
Very good. So whether is the conjunction here. Okay. So you should I buy it or should I not buy it? That is the confusion in her mind. Okay. Let's see. So you can see that the contrast of buying or not buying comes out through the conjunction whether. Okay. Okay. Atharva will read the slide now. Yes, Atharva, read.
Yes, ma'am.
I choose to eat apples. Read.
I choose to eat apples rather than bananas.
Okay. So
Subordinate conjunction in the middle of the sentence.
yes, that was the middle. Now read this one.
Or,
Read this one.
ma'am,
No,
or you can use it at the start
no, read
of a
this.
sentence.
Read what is marked in blue. That one.
Rather than bananas, I choose to eat apples.
So the conjunction has come at the beginning of the sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now I've come over to the fourth type of conjunction, subordinating conjunction, and that is condition. Katyayani will read. Read. What are the examples? If, only if, unless, provided that, assuming that. Other examples. Even if. Read. Yes, please read. Katyayani, I'm waiting.
Even if, as long as, in case, providing when.
Okay. So let's see. You can use if and as long as in conditional sentences. Let's look at this picture. Read this sentence. Please read, Katyayani.
If the condition of the other clause is satisfied, let's look at some examples. If Carlos gets a car, then Lily's dog will be trained.
Okay. So are you understanding, children? What is this, the meaning of this one? Or let's have a look at the other. If I had known, please read this.
If I had known, I wouldn't have caught the broken rope.
So what do you think might have happened to the rope? It was broken, so it could have made her fall. This girl, see, she's hanging in the air. Let's read this one. Had I known, please read.
Had I known, I wouldn't have caught the broken rope.
So instead of if, they have used had I known. Okay. So that's how these conjunctions are used. Either there are some words or some phrases that have been used. Let's look at this one. Yes, Katyayani. Read.
You wouldn't fallen if there hadn't been a banana skin on the ground.
It should be you wouldn't have fallen. There's an error here. If there hadn't been a banana skin on the ground. You, instead of if, you can also use unless. Let's see how we make use of unless. Okay, unless. Read.
You wouldn't
You wouldn't have fallen. This is a misprint. Unless.
You wouldn't have fallen unless there had been a banana skin on the ground.
Okay, so what is the difference between if and unless, children? If, see, had not. So here I've used not in the sentence, but here I have not used not in a sentence. So it means, children, that unless, the meaning of unless is equal to, wait a minute, if not. Okay, did you understand? Meaning of unless is if not. Okay. Let's look at this one. You can go to the university if you pass this exam. So it's a very commonly used conditional. Sorry. Let's look at another option. You can go to the university as long as you pass this exam. So that's another way of putting it. Let's have a look at the next sentence. I have my umbrella with me in case it rains. Yeah. All right. So this is also expressing condition. Let's read some more examples with if. They're very important examples. Who's going to read? Volunteer. Who's going to read these sentences?
It's me. I am going to read.
Read.
I will buy you a chocolate if you help me move my furniture. Should you should buy a refrigerator if you buy a bigger house. If you drop the glass bowl, it will break. If you made up your mind, you can succeed in whatever you do. You will pass only if you study.
So is there a condition in every sentence? When will you pass? If you study. Right? Why will I buy you a chocolate if you help me move my furniture? Why should you buy a new refrigerator if you buy a bigger house? What will happen to the glass bowl if you drop it? It will break. Yeah. So children, this is how it expresses condition. Sometimes, now look at this one. I will buy you a chocolate if you help me move my furniture. Now the same sentence I have taken and written it 3 different times. And Sai was reading, so let's say read. Yes, Sai.
Do I need to read those sentences?
These ones which I have highlighted.
I will buy a chocolate as long as you help me move my furniture. I'll buy you a chocolate provided you help me move my furniture.
So they mean the same thing, children. Okay. All right. Let's have a look at some more examples. Aryan, would you like to read?
Yes.
Okay. Let's read these two. Even if
Okay.
you don't, Aryan, even if you don't study, I will still buy you a chocolate. What does it mean? Okay. Read the sentence and you'll understand it even better. What I've highlighted.
Okay. He's going to pass his test even if he doesn't study.
All right.
He'll
No,
pass
the one
it,
before
right?
that also. Read the one before.
Okay. I will buy you a chocolate even if you don't help me move my furniture.
It means that whether you help me or you don't help me, I will still buy you the chocolate. All right. Read
Oh,
these.
my light
Read
cut off.
these then. Read these ones, the 3. Come on. Fast, fast. Yes, Aryan. Okay. I wouldn't do it even if it were possible. I will go even if he stops me. I have my umbrella with me in case it rains. Now we are
Okay.
reaching the 5th one, the subordinating conjunctions of place, which are
Now
where
I will
and
read.
whenever. Okay, okay,
Now I will
Arhan
read
is
my
going to. Yes, please read Arhan.
Okay, which one?
Yeah, from here.
First one? Okay. When the dependent clause is related to a place, we use where and whenever, but they are not interchangeable.
Okay, let's read. Do you ever use this word? Where do you live, Arhan? Where do you live, Atharva? Where do you live? So tell me the name of your city.
I live in Malmo in Sweden. I live.
Okay. And Atharva, which city do you live in?
Ma'am, Kolkata.
And Aryan?
Noida.
Okay. All right. And Pritha lives in Kolkata.
What's that?
So where is a very common word. You use it all the time. And Arihan will read this now. Pritha, where do you live?
Yes, ma'am.
I live
Where?
in Noida.
Okay, good. I was asking Pritha. Arihan will read this.
Okay.
He lives from here.
He lives where it's always sunny. So we can say he lives in a place that is sunny. Can we go where it's a little quieter? We can say, can we go a place that is quieter? This is the place where the accident is occurred.
So where means this is the place where. Okay. Go
Yes.
where you like. Read the next one.
Go where you like. The accident occurred where four roads meet.
Meet. You should have whole
You
grain.
should have whole grain cereals for breakfast whenever that is possible. He has the hidden treasure where no one will find it.
Okay. Let's do this question. Fill in the blanks. Yeah, read this, Rehan. I
Okay.
make it a point.
I make it a point to visit the Taj Mahal whenever I go to Agra.
All right. So the answer should be when, whenever,
Whenever.
wherever, or because. Okay. So Rehan says whenever. Is that the correct answer? Yes. Okay. Now the subordinating conjunction of time. What are those conjunctions? Let's read. Yes, Aryan, you can continue reading.
Okay. Before, after, as soon as, until, as soon as, once, while, when, whenever, since, now, that, as long as, once, still, why.
So many I have brought for you. Let's have a look at this one. Read this example. Rehan?
They danced wildly until the music stopped.
Or another way of putting it is,
The music stopped
no,
until
until the music stopped.
they danced wildly.
All right. So these are the two ways in which you can frame the sentence, making use of the same words also. Okay. Let's read some more examples. Yes, read. Rehan, please read.
Okay. Whenever his mother was out shopping, he would take care of the house. As long as she lived, she took care of the old age home. I won't be back in Mumbai until early next week. The child ran to her mother as soon as she saw her. I went to the office after I finished housework. I don't care what you do as long as you are happy. As soon as she received the call, she started crying. We will go out as soon as it stops raining. Once you get out there, you will enjoy it. Just wait till or until I come back.
All right. When she saw me, read this.
When she saw me, she stopped her car and waved at me. Whenever I hear that song, I think of her.
Wait here till I return.
Okay. Will you wait here till I return or until I return? Means you can either use till or until. Okay. Read this one. I don't care. This one.
It's me. I don't care what you
What
do.
you do as long as you don't disturb me.
Or it has to be as long as. Okay. Sai wants to read. Sai, you can read the third one.
As he felt the pain in his shoulders, she tried to lift
Or
the
objects. So what will you use? Whenever or wherever? You will use whenever. Whenever.
No, ma'am. Stop telling it. It's only whenever.
Yes, you are right. Yes, correct. Read the fourth one.
It's me, ma'am.
Yes, Sai, please read fourth
I'm
one.
sure you will enjoy your stay here. Dash you get to know.
Everyone. So what should be the answer? Once or before? What should be the answer? It should be
And maybe once.
once. It has to be once. Okay, the last one now. This cupboard is dash. She keeps her things. Where or there? What will fill in the blanks?
Where?
Very good. So children, this is the end of the lesson and I hope that you understood and you also enjoyed these conjunctions.